Luck and misfortune somehow always go hand in hand. Looking at the Homo genus makes it clear. Misfortune is evident. More than 10 species, each succeeding one seemingly more superior than the last. Yet nearly all extinct. Fortunately, it's almost, but not entirely, absolute. At the end of the tunnel still shines the light emanating from the glory of the only surviving species in the Homo genus. Yes, the name Flow of Times has mentioned in many previous videos on the evolutionary history of humans is probably familiar to you. It refers to the Homo sapiens, our closest ancestors of modern humans. Let's delve into how Homo sapiens survived and gradually dominated the world. How did Homo sapiens appear and leave their mark on the world? Primitive modern humans evolved in Africa about 300,000 years ago, a time when Earth's climate was undergoing severe changes. They were present in various locations such as Jebel Irhoud, Morocco, Omo Kibish, Ethiopia, or Florisbad, South Africa, rather than restricting themselves to a specific location. Fortunately, during that time, sapiens inherited significant genetic advancements and superior labor achievements from previous human species. These included the ability to walk upright, dexterous hands, a large brain, the secret of crafting stone tools, using fire, making clothes, and the art of seafaring. As a result, they quickly adapted and dispersed from Africa, conquering new territories. The scientific name Homo sapiens means wise human or intelligent human, given by the Swedish biologist Carl Linnaeus in 1758. Primitive modern humans are believed to share a common ancestor with the superhuman Neanderthals and the mysterious ghost human Denisovans. Although the only surviving human species, they lived alongside several distant and close Homo relatives at different times in the 300,000 years of existence, such as the long-lasting Homo erectus from Africa to Asia-Europe. Neanderthals dominating Europe. The mysterious Denisovans residing mostly in Asia. The hobbit Homo floresiensis confined to the island of Flores, Indonesia. Or the dragon human, Homo longi in northeast China. Previously, many hypotheses suggested that Homo species were arranged hierarchically on the evolutionary tree of humans. It was thought that the southern apes evolved into the clever Homo habilis, then Homo habilis evolved into the upright Homo erectus, and Homo erectus further evolved into Neanderthals. And Neanderthals evolved into us, for example. If so, logically, there would have been only one human species on Earth at any given time in the past. However, as you can see now, this hierarchical evolutionary model cannot be applied to humans. At any given time, multiple Homo species coexisted. However, for the past 10,000 years, Sapiens has been the only surviving Homo species. Archaeological evidence shows that early Homo sapiens left Africa at least twice, once about 100,000 years ago and the other around 60,000 years ago. The exact timeline is still uncertain in the scientific community. However, these two migration waves are not necessarily the first migrations because in 1978, archaeologists discovered the skull of an early sapiens in the Apodema cave in southern Greece, dating back at least 210,000 years. So, who's to say that our ancestors didn't leave Africa even earlier than those two migration waves? The issue is that we may have to wait for additional scientific evidence to know more. In the early period, sapiens primarily inhabited tropical regions. However, around 45,000 years ago, they were present across Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Pacific. About 16,000 years ago, the first modern humans set foot in the Americas, leaving their mark on the world map. The current sapiens population is approaching 8 billion, a dominant number reflecting their supremacy within the Homo genus. Primitive Homo sapiens exhibited both similarities and differences compared to contemporary humans and other Homo species. Early modern humans possessed smaller facial features and eyebrows. higher and rounder skulls, a straighter forehead, and a more prominent chin compared to other ancient human species. While their physique may not have been entirely identical to present-day humans, it closely resembled modern Homo sapiens. Fossil specimens found in Africa dating back approximately 195,000 years, Israel around 100,000 years, and Australia about 12,000 years suggest that distinctive features of sapiens did not exist in their initial evolution in Africa. Instead, these features evolved over time, adapting to different environments and living conditions following various waves of migration. Our early ancestors had relatively short, slender builds with long limbs, adapting to hot and humid tropical regions. Modern humans in temperate zones tend to have a more robust appearance, with an average height of 1.75 meters for adult males and 1.6 meters for adult females. Weight ranges from 59 to 77 kilograms. The brain of early Homo sapiens was larger than that of their descendants. The brain's volume was around 1,500 cc, while modern humans' brain size has decreased. The average brain volume is approximately 1,350 cc, constituting 2 to 3% of the body weight. However, this reduction does not correlate with a decline in intelligence. Modern humans have shorter dental arches and smaller teeth compared to other Homo species. Characteristics of sapiens' teeth include relatively close spacing and an outward orientation along a parabolic curve, differing from the parallel alignment seen in other Homo individuals. The hair of modern humans comes in various colors, with black being the most common. Hair color depends on the amount of melanin produced by the body. As individuals age, a decrease in melanin production leads to the phenomenon of graying hair. Similarly, skin color among modern humans varies widely, with individuals having yellow, brown, black, or even white and pale skin. Skin color changes based on ultraviolet radiation levels in different geographical regions. Homo sapiens display a pronounced sexual dimorphism, with males differing significantly from females. On average, adult males are 15% heavier and 15 centimeters taller than females. Males have about 40 to 50% more upper body strength and 20 to 30% more lower body strength than females of similar weight. Females tend to have higher body fat ratios and lighter skin tones than males in the same population. Male voices are generally deeper than female voices. In the early periods, early sapiens mainly resided in rock shelters. If those weren't available, they would collect branches, leaves to build temporary shelters. Temporary shelters with frames and simple walls made of wood, skin, or large animal bones began appearing about 20,000 years ago. The traces of rudimentary hearths occasionally leave marks at sites where the fossils of early modern humans were found. They lived in large groups called tribes, each consisting of about 25 to 100 people, even more, composed of closely related families. Later on, empires, dynasties, and the first nation-states appeared, marking the emergence of a socially stratified society. Then came houses, brick houses, concrete and steel structures, tall and luxurious buildings, evolving over time to gradually replace temporary shelters, rock shelters, wooden houses, and bone dwellings. Humans, in general, are omnivores, just like Homo sapiens. Our ancestors were skilled hunters and gatherers. In every field, sapiens excelled and developed to the fullest extent. From gathering plants to scavenging what was left by large predators, early modern humans knew how to throw stones, throw spears swiftly and accurately to bring down prey for hearty feasts. Remarkably, around 12,000 years ago, they began to domesticate plants, marking the second revolution in human history, the agricultural revolution, after the cognitive revolution. Now, eating for humans is not just about satisfying hunger but has become an intricate and refined art known as culinary arts. Moreover, from being positioned in the middle of the food chain, specializing in hunting small prey while avoiding large predators. Sapiens later helped humans rise to the top of the food chain by inventing heavy weapons to dominate over. Homo sapiens relies on what to dominate the world. Early modern humans did not have any distinct advantages over Erectus, Neanderthals, Denisovans, and others. Our ancestors walked upright, covering long distances, so did other upright walkers. They crafted sophisticated stone tools, excelled in hunting, and mastered fire, traits shared with Neanderthals. Our ancestors made clothing, crafted jewelry, and appreciated art. Denisovans were not inferior in these aspects. So, what allowed Homo sapiens to replace all other Homo species and become the sole dominator of this vast world? The answer lies in cognition. According to Yuval Noah Harari, an Israeli historian and author of the famous book, Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, the cognitive revolution 70,000 years ago marked the first step that led sapiens into the era of civilization. At that time, random genetic mutations altered the nervous system and brain of modern humans, enabling breakthrough thinking and innovative forms of communication. Sapiens used cognitive abilities in language to build communities, creating the most superior advantage over other ancient human species. The cognitive revolution, followed by the agricultural revolution 12,000 years ago, the scientific revolution 500 years ago, and the industrial revolution 200 years ago, led humankind through 3 more major revolutions. Due to open-minded cognitive abilities, we not only developed language but also writing, currency, metal tools, and later conquered land, sky, sea, explored space, created modern technological devices, superhuman artificial intelligence, and even nuclear weapons capable of destroying the entire world. Now, we have nations, religions, legal systems, and the world is under the dominion of Homo sapiens. As for other Homo species that coexisted with modern humans, what happened to them? How did they disappear? Science provides 2 contrasting views, the interbreeding theory and the replacement theory. The interbreeding theory suggests that interbreeding between sapiens and other ancient humans, such as Neanderthals or Denisovans, diluted and homogenized the genetic makeup of the partner species, eventually causing them to disappear from the modern human gene pool. Evidence supporting this includes the 1 to 4% of Neanderthal-derived genes in modern Eurasian, Australo-Melanesian, Native American, and North African populations, as well as the 5% Denisovan-derived genes in the populations of Papua New Guinea, Australia, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, and Negrito tribes in the Philippines. If this is correct, many present-day populations in Asia and Europe are not purely Homo sapiens. On the other hand, the more widely accepted replacement theory claims that modern humans gradually replaced all coexisting ancient human species without interbreeding. All sapiens are considered purebred, and the 1 to 5% of Neanderthal or Denisovan genes is insufficient evidence to support significant interbreeding. The disappearance of other Homo species could be explained in various ways, such as climate changes, diseases, interspecies mating with modern humans, or the competitive invasion that led to the extinction of other Homo species by modern humans. The remnants of Homo soloensis along the Solo River on Java Island in Indonesia date back approximately 50,000 years. Neanderthals disappeared 40,000 years ago. The ghost human Denisovans vanished 10,000 years ago. The most recent, Hobbit Homo floresiensis disappeared from Flores Island around 12,000 years ago. Today, only Homo sapiens exist. And how long our species will endure is a question reserved for the future. Thank you for following along. We will continue to share more about other intriguing human species on the evolutionary tree. Stay tuned. Goodbye and until next time.